Wow.
Gonna kill me, but I won't.
Hey!
Hey! I tell myself when I sleep at night, don't lose sight, baby, don't lose sight.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, hey, hey. Uh. How beautiful.
Wow.
Kind of aggressive, but-
A little bit.
No, I loved it.
My
That was
intros lately have been a
awesome.
little like
Aggressive?
down. No, I was gonna say
Oh.
like not aggressive.
Oh.
Enough.
What do you mean?
Passive?
That was incredible.
I know, but I had to get my edge back.
That's not.
Dang, that was so cool.
I love that song.
I think it would have been even better if we knew the words.
Well,
But so good.
I just-
Still good.
I just
You
kind of
knew.
stumbled
Really?
through.
'Cause he was
Yeah,
like,
but they're gonna sleep at night.
Anna, you're bringing a lot of negative energy.
She
so
does.
far.
Really? Because you literally mouthed. You ruined everything.
Well,
to
because
me.
you said we're live right after Cara said we're audio live.
No,
you're like,
I said wow.
You're like, wow. I'm like, you're ruining the intro.
I thought,
like,
I thought it was nice.
Thank you, Cara.
I thought it was nice.
You would say
Hey,
that.
John,
Cara.
you wanna
Agree to disagree.
fix that camera over there so we can see Annie a little more?
No, I don't think he does. I don't think
I'd rather
today.
not, but I guess I will.
There we go. There we go.
Now, next guest we're
Maya.
going to have is a couples therapist for our friendship.
But before we get onto that, welcome to What the Podcast.
What the podcast?
I'm Ryan,
I'm John.
and together we are
Ryan and John.
on the couch, as always, producer Cara Tafolla and the lovely Annie Skovmand.
Wow.
As you can see, everybody's got kind of the GBs today, the wiggles. We're in a good mood. It's Friday.
Well,
you know?
and we also way overestimated the time we would need to get ready. So we've
Yeah.
been here since
Yeah,
What I'm
perhaps.
realizing is
Perhaps.
we should have gone and ate something.
no. I like to keep it edgy. You know what
No,
I'm
we
saying?
would have
Keep it
been
edgy.
tight on time.
Keep it
Oh,
edgy.
that's true. But if
Right.
that's not the best version of us.
That would be
Um,
just
Barely
too easy,
together.
Truly.
Look, well, I will start by saying I got myself a bucha this week because I'm repopulating my poor little tummy full of probiotics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, not to blame anybody of why this live streams are always a great thing, but
They are.
there
and they
is
are.
a reason
So,
we're doing a live stream.
you could say, you're welcome.
And I won't, but thank you. I'm
or I could say
drinking-
that to you. You would say thank you to
Yeah,
me.
sure. Well, okay. All right.
Because I had the big sick. Not the big sick, I should say.
You were the last
I
person
didn't
to
get
get it.
the COVID-19 virus.
No,
but
no, that
there
would
is
be
a
That's the
weird
big, big
like
sick.
stomach flu going around, and it knocks you on your behind for one day,
It
Yeah.
is
and then the next day you're
awful.
fine.
Yeah, it was rough.
It is no joke.
Yeah, honestly, I would have taken that over the food poisoning I had.
Yep. Okay, go
'Cause
ahead.
Then it would have been one day.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know,
Annie
what?
is back, by the way.
I'm bitter.
Welcome back.
Back and bitter.
We may or may not have done an episode
Back
last week when
and
she was
Bitter.
in the hospital.
in the hospital.
And not only that, but we mentioned that she was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Did we? I didn't know she was in the hospital at the time.
I
we
said,
said it.
No,
I definitely said rest in power, Annie, but I don't know.
oh my
makes
gosh,
her
add
think
that
that
to my
she's dead.
tombstone.
Rest in power.
I want that.
A
I want
queen
that
in her own
right.
right.
I want that right
I
under
want that in my...
my tombstone. I was talking to my coworker about this today.
Right.
I want on the back, bad bitches die hard.
Of course.
And then underneath that, I want rest in power now.
That was
Wow.
on the. So that's on the back of your tombstone.
Yeah. The front will be
Like only the real ones will know.
yeah.
like
well, I
your
want
little
them,
messages on the
You know
back.
when like you're walking and then you're like,
Yes.
they have the back. It's usually just like, like a Bible verse.
Right.
I want that and them to be like, who is that? And then go and read my front. of my
Annie, it's way too
tombstone.
early in the episode to be talking about your tombstone.
Yeah.
But we will get to it. We will
Yeah,
get to it.
we will.
That's true. That's true.
We have a lot to talk about this week, actually.
We do.
Some weeks we have basically nothing to talk about.
And it has been quite a couple of weeks.
It's been quite a few weeks. John?
Well, here's what I
Start
want
us
to
off.
say.
Kick us off.
Since we're live, I want to say
Sling
that,
us into the
you know,
stratosphere.
if anyone is watching and they'd like to comment or say anything about anything we're talking about, we'd love to hear about it. We're constantly monitoring the chats at this point, and so
Constantly.
please.
That's
well,
right.
I think you're on Instagram, and I'm
Yeah.
checking YouTube, and also
I've got our
yeah.
our MySpace is kicking off right now.
Wow.
We are top 8 on countless MySpace accounts.
Well, there you go.
Is that lost on you, John? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What's up?
MySpace?
I never had a MySpace, but
I wasn't allowed.
I had a Zanga.
what's a Zanga?
It was like a discount MySpace. Back in the early days, they were like
no, you know
cranking
what was
on with.
big?
Go ahead.
The what's it called? The Yahoo chat room.
Yeah.
AIM.
AIM. AIM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also-
Well, all of them are kicking off right now.
Yeah,
for
I never
the
had
podcast.
MySpace. I had AIM for sure.
Mhm.
And I remember it was a big deal when I got Facebook.
Yep.
That was I remember asking my parents, kind of can I have it? And it was always no. And then weirdly,
Those parents of yours always saying
oddly,
no.
no, they rarely did, but at this point they did. And then I remember it was like I was at my dad's in a band. Was in a band, and I was at one of their gigs, and like in between sets, I was like talking to him in the car, and he was like, "You know what? You can get a Facebook." And I was like, "Can I make it right now?" I think I had an iPhone. Probably
What a little guy.
3 or
Can you
something
believe
more.
that they were right though? Like, don't you wish you never made your Facebook?
Yeah. I mean, they're right. I'm glad. I'll tell you this. I'm glad that my parents never fully fed into not the social media necessarily, but the gaming. Because when
Oh,
I was a
yeah.
kid, gaming was like just kind of taking off.
Are
like
you talking
Xbox.
about video games?
Yeah, video games like Xbox and PlayStation Live and like
Mm.
go like like people stream now.
Yeah.
But back in the day, you just went live or you just like went online.
Xbox Live.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what they called it.
Sure.
And I'm glad they never fed into that. Like it was never they never told me that I couldn't, but they were also like, I don't know. They never
Let me tell you, John, you missed out.
I don't know. I
You
think
missed out on a whole generation of fun.
I'm glad I'm glad I didn't because I don't know. It would have been a lot.
And I will say, disclaimer, I only ever played Xbox and PlayStation at other friends' houses because we were a strict Nintendo family. I've talked about this before. We only had, when it wasn't, we had a GameCube, and then we went from the GameCube to the Wii, and then we didn't have another console until I bought my Switch.
Did you hear that they're coming out with Nintendo Sports?
Gosh.
Oh my god! I am I
So
said that
many
to you.
good,
Oh, wait, you
so
saw it,
many
but-
good games came out in this. They have these. They don't do like E3 anymore, which is like the big summer like announce all their games. They just do their own little Nintendo Direct things, and they announced Wii Sports. It's like Nintendo Switch Sports.
So
it's
basically,
like
Wii Sports.
basically Wii Sports. They brought back Mario Strikers, Mario Soccer. Come on.
Wow.
I never played any of those.
Well, whatever.
So.
This is my show, so
Oh, you
thanks.
know.
Dang,
You know.
this is my show.
And you can put that on my gravestone.
what?
It was
Ooh.
my
I don't know.
show.
I'm excited about Nintendo or what is it called?
Hey, maybe
Wii
we'll
Sports?
stream some
Oh, we
some
100%
Switch Sports.
will because I remember Wii Sports being like the thing when it came out. I was playing bowling. We were playing tennis.
That was the biggest thing was bowling.
Yep.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yep.
It was the easiest way to get a strike. Maybe we should do that after this.
And it makes
Go bowling?
no. Don't try and change.
Oh,
the plans.
actual bowling, you mean?
Yeah, real bowling.
Oh, here
Okay.
it goes.
Look,
Plans go
look.
out the
Here's
window.
the
Here we
here's
go.
the plan at the moment.
we go.
Is that half of the room wants to go see this new Jackass movie?
I've been seeing promos for it all week, and I'm like, this looks hilarious.
It looks
I haven't seen
incredible.
any Jackass
Had-
movie, but they all look bad.
Was that
Wait,
was
why
that
do
a
they
part
look
of your
bad?
childhood, John?
They look
Was
stupid.
watching those Jackass movies?
I thought what I liked about it when I was a kid was that it seemed so attainable.
Like anybody could just
Yes.
go and do this
Yes,
crap,
yes,
and we
yes,
were
yes,
basically
yes.
doing it.
But then what I love about the premise of this it's supposed to be the last one, right?
Yeah,
It's
right.
like they're all old now, and
Yeah.
they're still doing the same stuff.
The
and I
the
love that.
tagline he says in the trailer is Steve-O. He's like Johnny Knoxville got a concussion, and concussion can't once you turn 50, it's bad. You can get serious brain damage. But Johnny Knoxville's 49, so he's fine.
Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, so
So
is Johnny
funny.
Knoxville a real person?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not
What?
his real
Yes,
name.
real dude.
But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Johnny Knoxville.
know. This
Okay, so
whole-
all of
this whole
have you ever,
bit
you've
you're
never
doing?
seen a Jackass movie?
No.
Okay, these are literally some of my favorite young, you go to the sleepover, you're playing Xbox Live, you're eating, snacks, and you're watching Jackass movies. And it's like these guys just beat each other up and get beat up intentionally.
Such a guy
They
thing.
do weird stunts.
Yeah, it's definitely a boy movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably-
hey, I'm not good gender.
And look,
Yes,
I'm for
but
sure gonna get canceled
is
for
a
like
movie.
there's toxic masculinity in there,
Oh.
I'm sure.
But
but
I'm pretty sure they've all I've watched some of Steve-O's videos because he's pretty big on YouTube and stuff like that, and he has come out and kind of said I was really horrible. And
Oh,
kinda,
yeah, and they'd
been like,
bully-
"I'm
they'd
sorry."
bully each other.
Johnny Knoxville?
no, that's
Nope.
two different guys.
Oh.
There's a bunch of guys. There's a guy,
Bam.
Wee
Well,
Man. Yeah, Bam. Yeah, he's not in
Bam-
the show anymore. Did he?
Did he pass away?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Sorry, that's not
Yeah,
good.
no, he
Wee
was. He was in the
Man.
show. This yeah, and so that was the whole thing. Is I think did he kill himself or?
Oh
Yeah,
my.
he had mental health
Wow.
issues.
Hey,
He had a
I'll
lot of
look it
mental
up.
health
I'll
issues,
look it up. Oh my
But
goodness.
and then another guy came out and was like, yeah, like it was like
They're by the way, almost all of them are recovering addicts. Like,
yeah.
like
So it was
for
not
sure
it was
Steve-O
not
is.
Oh yeah,
a
and
role
he's
model
very open
thing
about
in
it.
any way, but
And your parents
Just-
let you watch this?
no, that's why I said you go to a sleepover.
Oh my
Go
gosh.
watch it at somebody else's house.
I think it is going to be great, and I
Yeah,
think next
yeah,
week
yeah,
we're gonna go see it, whether it be tonight or another night.
My favorite
And we're gonna
one.
talk about it next week in length because
My favorite one they ever did is when they're in the back of the moving truck, and it's like the roller disco.
Yeah,
So
funny.
we should correct
Oh.
the narrative
Please
right now.
do,
Correct
because
the
I
narrative.
He's not dead.
no, he's
Oh.
alive.
He's alive.
Bam's
Dude's alive.
the one that's struggling with sobriety right now. He wasn't in this.
He is not in the movie.
But somebody did die
Probably.
from the
No,
show.
yeah,
No,
what's
come
his
on,
name?
Annie.
What's his
Annie,
name?
dig a
Come
little
on.
deeper. Bam is the one that. Okay, Bam's the one that came out and said that he was like bullied on set. They were all like
So I heard
verbally
about
abusive
this.
to him, and
I heard about this. They wanted, there was it was like what you said, it's bullying, and then but the rest of the cast was saying is that he is struggling with his addiction,
Right.
and ultimately he's in a facility. He's in like a sober facility now.
Mhm.
He's getting better, but which is what Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville has been updating, which is nice.
and it's a
but
hard thing to like.
they fired him ultimately
Yeah.
because he tried to.
Basically talk back and be like, you can't treat me like crap.
Yes.
And they were like, that's kind of the whole job. Is
Like,
like
that's
we're
kind of
gonna
it,
pick on
right?
you and beat you up, and like that's the whole show.
I
Yeah.
guess there's a couple stars who have been in Jackass movies who have passed away.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, one being Ryan Dunn, and then it looks
Ryan
like,
Dunn. That's the one.
Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, and then it looks like there's another one, Patty Perez.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
But yes.
Anyways,
I love it.
And obviously not condoning that kind of thing, but like
Yes.
it's just such a product of its time. All these like greasy guys that came to Hollywood in the '90s and were like making all of this like shock jock
It was
humor
like,
stuff.
yes, it was shock
It
jock
just-
before YouTube. Like
yeah,
it was just
totally.
like, and that's what I loved about it is it was so, it felt so attainable and it was never boring. Like when you watch those
So
things,
psycho.
you were like, because they literally what they would do is they'd set up these, sometimes they were very like set up and sometimes they were surprise bits. Like I remember one time they had porta potties on set.
Yep.
And this is what, and in the new movie, there was a bit where they're like, if they think we're going to the bathroom, they're out of their mind because everyone was like on edge because of this thing.
Yes.
But basically, when someone went to go use the bathroom, they'd strap like slingshot bungee cord to the side of this porta potty,
And, like,
they would
launch
just
it.
launch it while you were in there. And they had an internal camera, and it was just like, and
Psychotic.
it
Yes,
was-
exactly what you're thinking. They'd like jump in the ring with a raging bull, and they like get stabbed by its like horns and stuff.
Yeah.
What
It's
the
all
heck?
they just do
Why
crazy
do you
stuff.
want to watch this stuff?
It was
They
it's just
would
goofy
tase,
like
the first
guy
one,
stuff.
they'd
I
get
don't know.
tased
Why
on
wouldn't
They
you
purpose.
wanna
tase
watch
each
it?
other. Yeah, they tase each other.
because it's awful.
Yeah, it was. It is.
Steve-O
We're gonna go see
wants
that.
We're
the
sick. We
world
gotta go see
record for most times thrown up on TV
Yeah.
or like on film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't do that.
And he thought that's why his voice was the way it was.
oh yeah,
Right.
you're telling
Because
us this.
Yeah.
He's thrown up so much, but then he finally like he has a YouTube channel and he finally went to like a voice doctor. They're like, "No man, you're just using your voice wrong."
Yeah.
He's like,
So
"Oh, so
rough.
it's totally me."
Johnny
So it's totally
Knoxville.
me,
Johnny
man.
Knoxville was
Hey,
saying
that's
in an
pretty
interview.
good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
it
good.
did.
Knoxville was saying in an interview that like this has to be his last one. Like
Like
his
physically.
his friends and family were like, when they signed on to do this, he was like, they were like, they all like kind of had serious conversation with. They were like, you need to seriously
This needs
stop.
to be it.
And he was like, so then I love it. He's had an interview with Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel's like, so this is your last one, like blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, do you think you could maybe work on now, like through counseling, like why you loved like the thrill of doing this stuff? And he's like, well, now that this movie's wrapped, yes. He's like, but before it was all content.
No.
And I was dying at him.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Wow.
We're gonna see the movie. We're gonna talk about it like next week.
Steve-O's got a pretty cool podcast now, where he's in the back of this traveling
Wild Ride.
van.
Yeah.
Steve-O's Wild Ride.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's cool. Like
Oh,
I don't watch the full episodes, but I watch clips, and he's a really, all those guys. It's funny how they matured so well. I think a lot of them are really like smart and intelligent guys, and they never weren't. But when they started, that whole series made them look like a bunch of idiots. I mean, that's kind of the brand.
I wonder
But
if any
they're
of them
all-
are single.
Doubt it. Doubtful.
Hey.
I think they've all. That's the funny thing.
So let me
They've
get
all
this
got
straight.
girlfriends and
Cara
wives.
can't stand the idea of watching their content, and Annie
No.
wants to marry one of them.
No, I'm just saying that if they're that intelligent, they'd be probably good eligible bachelors.
Okay, so are we doing this
you
now?
know,
is
you
the
know who
question.
else
Yeah, I
is an
think it's good.
eligible bachelorette?
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. I need to be ready for this.
It is Valentine's Day coming up.
Annie reacts
And he reacts.
to the handsome
What was my I used to do,
bachelors
like a
on a wonderful app.
Annie.
You may have heard of
is
it.
in love.
It's not
Annie's in
Tinder.
love.
It's
Annie's in
not.
love.
It's not
Annie's
Bumble.
in love. Annie's in love.
It's Hinge.
Okay, are you on my camera? Because I gotta introduce this segment.
Now
here.
I am.
I
So
gotta introduce this.
Annie Skovmand is the only person in this room that's not engaged and or married. So she obviously bestowed it upon us, the What the Podcast crew, to
That's
help
right.
her, find her next fling. You want to call it? Maybe love.
And
maybe
I feel like
Husband. It's husband.
Whoa, we're ultimately
Wow.
going for husband material. Is that
I
what
don't
it is?
know. I don't know about
Maybe
that.
it's a little heavy-handed, but
I think this experience, by the way, and we'll talk about it like after we get to.
is
the
it
info
freaking
part.
you out?
It was a lot for me. I am so glad that I'm engaged to Jordan Rose. Thank you so much, because being in the dating world right now is a wild.
Okay,
place
we have
be.
to explain it.
Go ahead.
Annie,
I also,
each of us,
I came up with this idea.
Yeah.
What
You
was
did,
I
you did.
thinking?
Cara,
She pioneered it. She really
myself,
pushed it.
and John have all downloaded the Hinge app and
If you
have
haven't heard of
made
it.
dating profiles for Annie. So now, and are you on Hinge yourself, Annie?
I am.
So there are now
Oh,
four,
shoot. There's
3 more chances for Annie to get,
you could match with all of me. You could match with one of me. Let's see who you like the most.
and for the
right.
past few weeks,
You
for
have to
some of
find
us,
the right
for some of
spelling
us,
of
the
her last
past
name.
few days, maybe hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've just been out there trying to find some love for Annie, and
I have some really fun experiences.
and same.
Oh.
And I want to tell you, I think mine might be the most promising.
So we're gonna
I
go
think-
thee the profiles that we created
Yes.
for you.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're gonna
let's
go
do
through
that.
the
Let's
profiles.
You've never seen them.
I've never seen them. I've only seen my own. I've been hearing a lot of things about them.
So if you're listening, if you're inevitably listening to this episode, which, God bless you.
Why?
We're gonna try and talk through some of the elements, but ultimately
We'll
it's
be
a bunch of
reading 'em.
pictures, a bunch of pictures of Annie, and then there will be
so
elements
do we
that we'll
want to
talk
put
through.
them up? Because don't
Yeah,
we want
I
to see
think
her
we should.
reaction?
Well,
What do you mean?
I think one at a time. Put your
I
profile
don't know if you
on
can
I mean,
see
and
her
mine only-
reaction
I
from
only-
that camera, that couch cam. So I think we're probably.
Oh, you'll hear my reaction.
I
I'm
only
sure.
responded
Okay,
to
good.
a couple of prompts.
Okay.
I did
Well,
too.
Ryan,
So
do
I'll
you
just
want
show
to
you
go
the
first?
pictures. Yeah, I'll show
Just
you
share
mine.
that.
Go ahead and share yours
Okay.
first, Rye Guy.
Okay, well, we're just gonna screen mirror real quick to entertainment room.
And
Wow.
if you are
I'm
listening and watching
nervous.
as we set up here, if you have any friends or family members that you think would be great for Annie,
Okay, hold on.
what?
Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Let us
Just
know in the
comment-
comments.
You know what? Comment their
Totally
name
fine.
below.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
If
as
you
we're
know any
transitioning.
of the Jackass guys that are single.
If you know any of the Jackass cast,
Might be like
that
15.
could. Wow, was actually.
That was bad.
That
Nope,
was
that
great.
was bad.
No, Kate. You know what, Kara? I need.
Okay,
to,
you
I
ready?
need an
Are you ready?
attitude Change adjustment.
Okay, you know, let's find me
Okay.
How
love.
dare you?
And I will.
I decided for my profile of Annie,
Oh, jeez.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
what do we all know is Annie's best
Yes,
quality?
we're ready to roll it. For communication.
Stunning
Yes,
looks.
good. On the right track.
Yes.
No, wrong.
Stunning looks. I wasn't even. Wow.
Wrong. It's her ability to podcast.
Oh, I love it.
That's why
Yay.
communications, Annie. Come on.
Where did
I'm
you get
not.
that picture of me?
Don't worry about it. I maybe scrubbed your social medias a little bit.
Interesting.
You really went hard. By the way, her
So-
height's wrong on there. It's 5'7".
Dang
You know
Well,
what? But it
But
might be
maybe
a smidge.
she's.
think we
you
both
know,
I do wear
Maybe
platforms.
maybe that's more attractive
right.
too.
That's
Maybe
right.
yeah. Maybe just lie. You know.
Maybe lie. Yeah.
We don't
Hey,
lie,
if,
huh?
if
Okay.
boys
No,
lie
no,
about
no,
their
no.
height, I can lie
You
about
can.
my height. I'm
And
5'8".
it's just the rules.
Podcasts
So,
are at All Right.
I'll brag to you
Entertainment.
about my friends if you listen to my podcast. Yes, that is her job title is podcaster at All Right.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Are you
Don't worry
with
about
another
that.
network? Be
All Right
honest.
Entertainment.
I have been talking to All Right Entertainment.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be
yes.
so
Disregard.
disrespectful.
Disregard.
Oh, you have my.
She is 25, of course. She's 5'8".
Yep.
She does. Okay, this was maybe my one regret is I said that you lived in Santee.
Oh.
So I didn't know what kind of net that would
Yeah.
cast.
Yeah, that's a
I now
real-
know.
Real mistake.
Anyways, and yep, and you are a moderate. I didn't know. Also,
Yep.
I
You're
thought
fine,
that was just
Yeah.
middle of the road. I
Yes.
didn't want to like stir up
Yeah.
any political controversy.
Right.
And so here's some podcasting,
Oh,
some more podcasting pictures.
These are good pictures of me.
These are
Here's
very
a
good
clip
photos.
from her
and it's the
podcast.
the one clip from the promo of the podcast
Yep.
is the one about eating
Yep.
disorders, where the title was "Eating isn't always
my
And you're
gosh.
eating
easy."
a strawberry in the
Okay.
photo.
And I am allergic to strawberries.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Was that,
So
was that just for
Okay.
the picture?
No, I do eat them. I just break out.
Okay,
at
that's fine.
times.
It's
Okay,
fine.
that's
you
fine. Well,
have a
then
real
we'll
problem with
disregard
that,
that.
by the way.
I know the best spot in town for hot chicken. It's Dave's.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Good,
Hey, if you
good.
know anything about this podcast, you know that we eat Dave's hot chicken pretty much every week.
pretty much every
Um,
week, and I
there
have been
she-
looking forward to
Oh,
it.
that's Greek
Yes.
chicken. Never mind. I'm sorry. I thought that was
Wow.
Dave.
Whoa.
Okay, and then it's a picture of me drinking a Coca-Cola from
Mexican
Mexico.
Coke.
Okay, nice. In her travels. The social cause I care about is it's not about the right and left. It's about the middle class shrinking every year.
Oh my god!
Wow. This is
This is just something that Annie is passionate about.
Annie does talk about that pretty frequently.
It's about the middle
apparently.
class. It's just
Constant.
It's just
constant.
going away.
Wow.
I may have
You know,
spilled
these are-
into
These are great
your
photos
personality.
of me.
Yeah, you know.
Maybe I
so-
should have you put
yeah,
the photos
well,
on my Hinge.
And well, that's all I got for you.
I will
So-
say
Okay.
the photos were the
Nice.
easiest part.
Yes,
I feel like
same.
because you have a lot of
Yeah.
good photos on your
Thank
social
you.
media.
Yep.
Who's next?
And now I'm gonna stop at screen sharing so I can tell you I got 19 notifications in the past couple of days.
Wow.
I'll go next.
Okay.
Well, wait, Kara, you want to go next?
For sure.
No, you can go next.
Wait,
It's fine. It's fine.
the camera's not
Ladies
on.
first.
The camera's not on me, right?
No.
No.
Good.
Mm.
A little bit of that,
Wow.
and then a lot of those. I don't know what to do with these.
Well, you have
You
to
have to match
you have
with
to
them.
go through.
Oh.
That's why I've been picky. I've been going through.
Oh no.
Come on.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
All right. I'm up.
I have a lot to learn.
I'm up.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Oh, and I got
First
you one of
photo-
those too.
Okay. By the way,
Oh.
it's over. Okay. Your segment is
Okay. Cool,
over.
cool, cool,
cool, cool, cool.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Picture of Annie. First,
At the
I'm
beach.
convinced that
That's my favorite beach.
college is a scam.
Oh.
And by the way, I've gotten a lot of hits on that. People
Hey,
think that is.
college is a scam.
I
That's
know.
true.
Am
I
I
know.
true.
3 weeks from graduating? Yeah, but it's a scam.
I
I've
put
been
maybe
scammed.
way too much information on the front of this.
What I'm
whoa.
realizing is
No drugs.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to put you in a box. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
don't.
right.
I
I
don't.
didn't
That's
want to
right.
put you in a box. As I
That's right.
Photo. I use that photo too.
That's
I
a
mean,
good one. It's a
Yes.
good one.
I wish
Yeah.
more people knew about my podcast, Growing Heads with Annie. Listen anywhere you listen. To
Okay,
podcasts.
so
so we both kind of
So-
took.
yeah,
angle.
but you made it more like an advertisement.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
mine
yeah.
was like pushing her as like,
No,
I'm
I
just
am
the
a
girl on the
podcaster.
mic.
And by
Me and
the way-
mic, we
I
are
like
one.
that.
couple
We are
people,
one.
a lot of people, they, you know, how because with Hinge you have to choose an element. I'm learning because I never
Yeah.
was on Hinge, but
Oh yeah.
you have to choose an element. You
To
have to
like.
like it or you have to comment. So
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, I'm listening to your podcast tomorrow. Now, if they actually are, I don't
Whether
know.
or not they
But
did.
Well,
That's
we
up
can
in
see.
podcast photo.
Okay,
Of
Wow.
course.
good.
I think I'm finally ready to start my own business. Ask me about it. I thought you want to get
Oh,
something that they
yes.
can ask about.
You're
Yeah.
cultivating conversation.
I'm-
and they
I'm
asked
trying.
nothing, huh?
No, people were
Not
like
a one.
A lot of people were
Not a
saying,
one.
"What's the business?" And we're not supposed to. I thought we weren't
Yeah.
supposed to respond
I
to
didn't
messages.
respond.
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
You didn't
Well,
either.
Photo of
Wow.
Annie. Look at this. I got this
Look at how
great
cute I
photo of
am.
you.
How cute.
Look at that photo.
What are you talking about? All of this is about my
job,
stunning
Annie.
looks. What
Yes,
It's true.
yes,
It's
it
Very,
is.
true.
it's very look heavy
Yes,
on
it
mine.
is.
I
Pretty
don't.
good.
I don't know. I
Wow,
don't-
these are good. If I wasn't worried that I would get banned from Hinge, I would keep all of these up
Yeah.
and just run all of
Yep,
them.
you heard her. She's gonna pull the
Gosh.
plug
Okay.
after tonight.
Or-
Okay, Cara.
How about you just decide which one you like the best
and keep it.
and keep
It's
that one?
my
And the-
turn.
And I feel. Can I tell you? I feel a little bit of guilt about this because I
What?
feel like. Well, I don't know. We'll get into it after.
Go ahead.
Kara's.
Yeah, I
Go
want to
ahead,
see
Cara.
Cara's. And then
Wait,
do we
okay,
look
how
at,
do you go to
you've
your
already
own-
seen mine. You
how do you go to
you
your
looked at
own
mine for
thing?
Pull
inspiration.
from the right corner.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Right corner.
We might
No,
need
no,
to
no.
just
How do
take
you go to
another
the profile?
Oh,
go to
click
the.
on
Let
the
me see.
bubble. Click on the circle.
Circle.
And then go to view.
View.
To the side, at the top.
View.
There you
Got
go.
it. I got it. Don't
Wow.
worry.
The breakdown will be so interesting because I feel like I've had a very interesting experience. Oh, I didn't say my notifications. I got
Yeah, John, how many people?
25.
Dang.
And I created mine 2 days ago.
John's really popping off.
Wow.
I
Okay,
felt
here we
pretty
go.
good.
Dang. Wait, you got how many?
25.
I probably got that
Cara.
many too. I just
Here we go.
kind of looked
You
at
block
them.
some people.
Okay, so this
Love
was
it.
this was the first picture I liked.
Yeah.
We all use
this
that
is
one.
like the first one that they see.
Love
Which
it.
is more important to you, showering in the morning or at night?
Wait.
Ooh.
I
So
thought that
you
was a good
posed
prompt.
you posed a question.
Yes, that was the first thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
to
I like
get people
that.
to message me.
Do you want to know what my answer would
Yeah.
be?
Okay,
Now
I guess.
listen, I think showering in the morning better. Am I too lazy for that? Yes, I shower at night.
Gotcha.
Smart.
Okay, I put 24,
Yeah.
5'8", guessed. I put you were
Close.
from Point Loma.
And I love that. And did we get
See,
some
that was
Point
that
Loma
was
guys?
probably good.
I
That's
put
what
you
I'm saying.
drink, and then I put weed sometimes.
It's not
Wow.
inaccurate.
Wow.
And
Good
then
old
I
Christian
didn't. I
girl.
didn't put a bunch of stuff.
'Cause she
Second
wants
I
photo.
put
You
way
didn't
too
put
many
any
wants to
political
protect
views.
my.
You didn't put any
Yes,
political views.
yes.
She wants to protect me. Thank
I
you,
do.
Cara.
I do.
That was a good call.
I
That's
did
a good
this
call.
picture.
I was just going
I did
for
that
Oh,
picture.
love it.
I'll pick the topic if you start the conversation. What's your favorite historical
Oh
figure?
my gosh.
Oh.
Yes.
I did that.
You wouldn't actually like that.
What would you
I
say?
put
Nick?
Eleanor
picture.
Roosevelt.
Oh, dang. Why?
Wow.
Why?
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know you as well as I thought I did.
Because I will stand behind that she was the second female president.
Dang. The first one being
Uh,
Martha Washington.
No, Woodrow Wilson's wife.
Oh, dang.
Nice. Okay, next. The Mexican Coke picture.
I like gold
Yeah.
mine. Go to Iceland, see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Where do you want to travel to?
Wait, Kara, how did
This
you know
is like
that?
a questionnaire,
about
okay?
it.
I was like,
For the record,
Come
how
on.
did you?
How did you know that?
how did you know that? Oh my God, Kara's in my dreams.
We had a whole
Yes, I am.
conversation.
Yeah. I wanted to keep doing
Fine,
questions.
it's
So
fine.
people
I
would
love
message
that.
me.
I
Okay.
love that.
And
Oh,
pictures of
same
each.
picture, same picture.
Yes.
What I'm realizing is maybe
So-
these are my best pictures.
This
if you
is
guys
the-
all
well-
No,
anonymously
they're
chose
they're the
them.
The
ones
most
on your
accessible.
Instagram that are just you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
That are
I
like
couldn't use
really
family.
old.
Yeah.
I really do feel weird about posting pictures of just me because I
Yep.
feel like it's narcissistic. But
No, you need more headshots, Annie. You got.
Well, and
Well,
I wasn't about to
especially-
put your friends or family members.
especially if I'm going to have my
on
friends
this beta
continue to
test.
make dating
Yeah.
yeah,
profiles
we
for
need
me.
more easily accessible headshots of you.
Exactly.
If you
So,
could send
Cara,
us-
you went with questions and not like offering
how
any
many-
a lot
flaws.
of questions.
Okay, so
How many people?
So it's very. This was like the ball is in their court. Like, hey, if you like what you see,
I'm-
answer the question.
Okay,
Wait,
so I'm
for
wondering.
the record, you have
what?
6 notifications.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll get
Okay.
to that.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like,
you
I'll
got
get
it.
to that. I'll
shoot.
get to that.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
I was very picky.
Okay.
You're still screen sharing.
What the?
Stop
Don't wanna
mirroring
don't
at
wanna
the bottom.
What the-
expose
There you
anybody.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so every single day,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would get like 10 likes every day.
Oh,
I've
love
had this.
that.
I've had the app for like a week.
The same as
gonna
me.
say-
The same as
Same
me.
as But I went through
Right.
and
The same
every
as me?
every single guy who liked you that I was like, I would say no. I would
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
a little X,
Wait, you said no to every guy that liked her?
except for 6. I told you I was
Oh.
picky, and I kept the ones who actually said something in the message.
I love that.
Yeah, you took this way too seriously.
Hey,
So,
no, this
I
is,
got it down to 6
you
people.
two aren't taking it serious
That's
enough.
You know what? Maybe you're right. Okay, so how do I answer these?
You don't. You
How
say,
do I
okay,
answer
follow
them?
my
okay,
actual
I have
account.
a match and I can start a chat with a person.
What was I want to ask?
Do you
okay.
only have one match?
Well, he's only actually swiped on one. He got a lot of
and it was
Oh,
just
right.
liked your photo.
Right.
yeah. So what was the best like one-liner that they said?
See, that's what I was
Oh.
hoping for. I got one guy said he answered the Iceland one. He said, I'd kill to see the Northern Lights. Going to Italy is definitely on my bucket list.
That's on my bucket list too. What's he look like?
I'll show you.
See him Jackass?
Gosh. Oh no.
I saved a couple because I knew we were doing this, and if you sent me this, I'm sorry, but I didn't match with them because but right, one of them said I'd take you to the movies, but they don't let you bring in your own snacks.
Dang.
Okay,
and I was like, damn respect for that.
What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read you a couple of the like answers I got, and you're gonna pick one, and then I'm gonna go through his profile.
Oh, okay, I love that.
And I'm gonna like say his thing.
Let's do it.
It's kind of interesting.
Let's do it.
Well,
So,
we gotta see it to the finish line.
This first bachelor number 1 said he was the Italy guy.
Love it.
Bachelor number 2, he liked the Mexican Coke picture and said, "I love your smile. How was your day, beautiful?"
Was I smiling? Because I'm pretty sure I had my mouth on a Coke.
He probably looked at the other ones. Bachelor number 3 just said, "Hi again." So I'm guessing
he probably matched with all of us.
Saw all of them.
Wait, can
I got one of those
and then Bachelor
too.
number 4 said, "Hey."
I got one. I got a hi again too.
That's it. And I got a hi from one person who liked this photo.
Oh.
Okay, so how do I? So these are blurred out. How do I?
You have to.
You have to
I
click
learned
the
this.
first one.
I learned this. You have to.
And if you like them,
the first
you
one
have to
being the
match.
not blurred out one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then hit the little thing in the right corner.
The little talkie
little
symbol.
conversation in the right corner.
What-
Bottom right
Oh,
corner.
and I say
What I love
no.
is that I'm teaching you all how to use this dating profile
Okay.
that you probably will never use
So
ever
this person-
to
No,
earn
well,
happy relationships.
This person says, "I just ate at Dave's for the first time, so
Oh.
good."
Oh.
Well,
Don't
They
Ryan is
answered.
unimpressed.
liked your
Okay.
podcast photo, obviously.
Obviously, huge
Oh.
fan of the podcast.
This person says, "I want to support heart," and you
Oh.
listen to my you listen to my podcast.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
Not
love
gonna
that.
happen.
Only if you join our Patreon, which
Smarty
we're starting
Pants
now.
said hi
Yes.
again.
Oh.
Oh,
The same guy? Oh,
Maybe.
shoot.
oh no.
Uh-oh.
I'll check. You said like something about you listen to my podcast. I'll check it out. I also checked out your other 2 profiles somehow. Question mark. Teach me your ways? Question mark. I'm gonna go ahead and just ignore that.
No, we respond to him and say, "I'm so
Yes.
glad you've caught on."
Hey, what's your
Yes.
podcast?
This is actually
I'm
a
also
bit for
working
my
on a
podcast.
podcast.
It's an experiment.
You want to come on right now?
Okay, wait.
If you would like to
Gosh.
call onto the podcast right now,
Wait. Are you,
Do it.
whose camera are you on?
On ours.
Okay, good. Don't go
Okay,
to me.
okay.
Don't go to
Don't
me.
go to her.
oh, is that the one?
This is a different one. But
Wait,
Oh,
go to the one
but
who
that's a
said
no.
I liked your 2 other ones.
oh, I ditched
Was it
him.
the hi
I
again
ditched
guy?
him.
You ditched it?
We can't. You
What?
guys, we can't leave a paper
I
trail.
kept him.
Yeah, they're
was
never
a
gonna find out
perfect
there's 4
catch.
Annie Skovmans on Hinge.
Well, if you guys had listened and actually put it in different places,
Yeah. See that we needed to spread a wider
Okay,
net.
but I said Point Loma and they said
I-
Santino. It was all the same people.
As a side note, and I put
That's
Alpine.
true.
I put
Oh my
Alpine.
God.
well, I will say
Oh
I
my
go
gosh.
to.
love.
Interesting.
Love.
Love.
Come
Wow,
on.
I was worried that would happen. That people would start to catch on, as long as they don't report
It seems
us.
like they
That's
are.
right, that's
Yeah.
Well,
I
they're
think
gonna be
they're
gone
wrong.
after
I
today.
love-
We're deleting
It's
them
kinda
in like
like-
an hour. Right?
Well, are we?
Or we
Or-
keep them all.
Or the people that you see on this profile say like, "Hey, this
You're
is
like,
my
I'm gonna
actual
route
one.
you
This
to
is
my
Here's my-
actual account.
We give them all my phone number.
Yes.
We
It does.
FaceTime them right now.
You know, in retrospect, maybe it's a little dishonest.
Okay, so do
But
you wanna,
no.
It was
I mean,
you were
I had that same
earnestly
feeling.
trying to find me.
I
Did
had
you?
the same thing
Did
where I
you?
was like,
Oh, did you have
Okay,
an
and
issue?
you did.
No,
you
no.
did,
Okay,
John.
can
I
I
will say
explain?
you came into the segment with a soapbox a little bit. So go ahead and let's
Can I
hear it
explain?
out. Let's hear it out.
No, what I was gonna say is I did feel a little guilty when we first initially started the plan because I thought like, you know, some of these guys they're probably really like I'm not saying all of them, probably 10% of people that are on Hinge are really trying to find like
Yes.
a true relationship, and I felt bad.
You think
maybe
it's only 10%?
I felt bad misleading, but then I thought, you know, that's kind of the nature of the game when you're swiping, right? It's like, you know, it's like you shoot your shot, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like these guys, Annie's not the only profile that they're coming.
I will
across.
say,
Yeah,
I
they're
never-
coming across 3 other Annie profiles.
There's a lot of
coming
Annies
across
out there.
4
Yes.
Annies.
They're like,
Yes.
hey, if I miss my shot with Annie, there's always Annie. You know.
Skovmand and
Yeah.
So that's what I
question. Have you ever been on a dating app prior to your?
I was on Tinder
Okay.
like
Which is
a long
like-
time ago.
It's the dirtiest of the dating apps.
Yeah,
Now-
and I did
now
not
it
enjoy
is.
that.
I will say, yeah, when it first came came out,
It was like the
a
first
little better.
dating app. I feel like
Was that
Except
the
for,
one
Christian
where?
Mingle,
Which
but-
one is the one that only girls can respond?
Bumble.
That's Bumble,
Bumble.
and I've had
Bumble.
Bumble, and I actually really like it because Bumble's a little bit more, like, fun in the sense that they like give you like prompts and there's like some games you can play with them.
Oh.
And it's kind of more of like just like an app.
Sure.
I feel like. But Hinge, the whole thing is like, oh, it's meant to be deleted.
Yes.
So
Here's the thing.
What does that mean? It's
it
meant
means
to be
that
deleted.
it's like you're
You
meant
find
to
your
find
person.
someone.
You're meant to.
Oh, and then you delete the app.
And then you delete the app.
You didn't get that?
I didn't get that.
Wow.
I thought it was like just such
he
a bad
also
app.
just learned how to match
Also,
with people.
Yeah. Little side note:
That's true.
never used one of these apps.
That's
so,
true.
So-
You dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
The other thing I learned in this whole process
In being me.
is being on the other side. I mean, like when I had Tinder first of all, it was a long time ago, and I was obviously in search for a female, and I was on the other side in this experiment.
Yeah. So being
Which,
a girl.
By the way, some guys are super aggressive. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh,
come
yeah.
on strong.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I had a couple of guys that were like, again, we didn't respond, so I didn't respond, but they were like, they were messaging like day and night, like,
Whoa.
hey, good morning.
No
Like,
way.
yeah, and
Really?
then like the next day they're like, hey, I'd really like to take you out. Like, let me know. Like,
See, I was waiting. I was waiting
and I was
for
like,
that.
Whoa.
That's what I wanted.
Well, hey,
That's what I
yo.
wanted.
Hey
Really?
yo.
Hey, yo, hey.
Yeah.
Did you want that, Cam?
Yeah.
Let me
Did
take
you
you
want that?
out.
Okay, so what are some of the things that are on your actual profile?
On my
Oh,
actual
we're gonna show you actual
profile.
profile.
Like, no, you don't have to show it, but I want to know some of the
Nah,
products.
Okay,
I mean,
I'll show my
maybe.
actual profile.
Let's freaking go,
How do I
Annie.
share it?
Hold on.
I don't.
Screen share.
I kind of want to get some feedback, so
I kind of want to get some. And
maybe that's a bit we do on the podcast now. We have people on, they share their profile, and we're like giving them pointers as if we know.
okay.
Oh my gosh, look at this one.
Wow. So my actual
picture's so
Love.
Thank you. So this is a picture that actually Jordan took of me at a wedding.
Yep.
Of
Cute.
me dancing.
Uh-huh.
And then biggest risks I've taken, putting my life on hold and moving across the ocean. And then another country because God was calling me to serve there. True story. So I actually am a liar myself. And I put that I live in La Mesa. Because
Okay,
that-
nice.
That's I'm just speaking that into
Are
existence.
you trying
I'd
to?
like to move
You're
to
trying
La
to
Mesa.
move that way.
Yeah. La
Okay,
Mesa
got
is
it,
the
got
farthest
it.
east I want
And
to
you've dated
live.
all the guys in Alpine already.
Yes, I also have gone to school with all the
Yeah.
guys.
By the
at
way,
Alpine.
I
Already.
matched
Go
with
ahead.
somebody, and I'll protect.
You
their
knew
name.
this person.
But Annie fully knew who he was.
Oh yeah, I 1,000 and I go. First of all,
He was
matched with him
from
before.
Alpine?
Went to school with him
Oh.
for
And you
many
know what he-
years.
you know what his
See,
response
I mean, look,
was?
San Diego's a big small town. I'll tell you that much.
Out the gate, his response to me was, "Hey, you," and I was like, "Brr."
Yep, that'll do it. That'll
Yep.
do. Well, I think
Yep.
you maybe just exposed the person.
No, there's
I
no
put
way.
my job. I put moderate.
Nice.
So good guess
Nice.
for my my
Bridal
political
stylist at a
views.
bridal shop.
Nice.
And
Which
then
this is all stuff that if they
Quarter
listen to the
Life
podcast,
Crisis
they
was
know this.
me
I
from
mean,
Lip Sync last year.
Oh my
we were all
gosh.
there for that. I didn't put
Hilarious.
the other section of that video.
Oh, the pops
you
of the
popping your boobs.
boob
Yeah,
balloons.
popping my boobs.
So good.
As seen on my mom's fridge. What's funny is you guys actually took a lot of photos from the same photo shoot.
I almost,
this
I
one,
almost
right?
did
Yeah.
this one, but I didn't think it showed your face enough. For
And
my
exactly
Same.
why I
Oh,
and
that's weird.
exactly why I
And
put it
you know
up
what?
there.
I totally missed out on the captioning the photos. I didn't know that
Yeah.
you could even do that.
Do
This
you
one
agree
is
or disagree that Cindy Lou Who's solo in The Grinch is the
Yes.
worst part of that movie?
it is the absolute worst part of that movie.
And if you
you
think-
know what? I've gotten a lot
true.
of traction on that,
Wow.
and people really agree. So I'm gonna write the studio and
You know what?
petition to
Oh.
just get it taken
Ron
out.
Howard. Hello, Ron Howard.
Hello,
It's,
hello.
it's me, Annie, from Hinge.
From the
From
mini
Hinge.
The
Hinge
people of
Which
Hinge
one?
want you
Which
to know.
Annie from Hinge?
That one.
Which
That
one?
one.
Which
one?
The Annie Prime. Thank you.
and then it just says caption this photo, and it's a picture of me on the beach in
Nice.
Hawaii.
So do you get people captioning that photo like,
Actually,
Hey,
no, I
cutie.
get more of this photo, and
Yes.
it is a picture of me
hey,
in the middle of the
Hey.
night. I look high is what I realized.
life outtake?
It's from like a film camera,
Okay.
so it's kind of like grainy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was kind of on like a little like date ish outing when I took that photo.
Nice.
But looks good.
Oh.
Looks
so
good.
this is like, if you're on a date with me, this is what I'll look like.
This is what I'll look like. Don't expect much.
Oh wow.
Running shorts and a t-shirt.
This is what.
I won't shut up about podcasts.
Okay, see that's
Which is
there
true.
You go.
Making
That's
them,
just-
listening to them. I'm
Yes.
obsessed. I do listen to
So
at least
maybe
2 podcasts
people think
a day.
that you did
Crazy.
just make a bunch of identical accounts of yourself.
I kind of feel like they might think that I just am like, oh, I got logged
So
out of my
did-
Hinge again.
Yeah. How many times?
They're like, this girl
within
could not
1 week.
remember her password for
gosh.
Hinge.
Wow.
And then my last one is a road trip picture with my friend.
Nice. Guess the
So,
backstory. Very
yeah.
fun.
Very
Wow.
fun.
Very
You guys did a
fun.
very good job.
I mean,
Thank you.
really
we?
impressed. I will say,
I will say you gave us a lot. You gave us a lot to work with. We know you. You've got good pictures
Yeah.
on the
Yes.
internet. So
I will
it's-
say that I currently, I think that you guys probably interacted with the people that match with your profiles more than I've ever interacted with mine.
Okay,
I was
fair.
thinking that actually.
I currently have 29
Okay.
conversations that I have not
Oh.
responded to.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe we'll crack
you gotta
on with
be
those.
picky. You gotta
My
be
question,
picky.
my
picky.
question is, I guess to like wrap up this segment is, do you feel that it works?
Oh.
So here's the thing.
Have
what's
you?
Interesting.
I should say, like, have you met up with guys?
I've never met up with a guy off of Hinge.
Okay.
I've set up a couple dates, and then it's always like I have such a weird schedule with work that like
Just
it's
never
They
happens.
back
and then
out or you back
well,
out,
and then
or...
it's like you're looking like 3 weeks ahead, and it's just kind of
Yeah.
like
and it's kind of a weird thing because
Scheduling
it's
is
like you
tough.
don't
Yeah,
really.
so many podcasts.
A lot of podcasting to do. There's nothing like you don't owe them anything. So
Yeah.
it's easy to be like, oh, I can't make it.
But you know what? I
Right.
have had multiple friends meet their significant others off of dating apps.
Yep.
I would say truly 80% of the brides that I see at the bridal shop are marrying someone that they met on a dating
Wow.
app.
80%.
That's crazy.
Really?
And I'm not, and that's not an exaggeration. It is
I mean, I was on
unheard of.
Tinder,
Wow.
but I never had any promising leads from Tinder.
Well, isn't it kind of just like
All
another
the girls
way
who
to
matched
meet
with you are
someone?
like, are you kidding
they
me?
were crazy.
Isn't there okay?
Met a lot of crazy girls.
Isn't there an
So,
app
Tinder.
that's
I want to
only
look
meant
at your
for
old
friends?
Tinder profile.
It was
So
rough.
Bumble
It
has
was
sections.
rough.
Like Bumble has Bumble Business where you do like networking, and Bumble Friends where you like meet up.
You
just,
make
like,
friends
get to know
on Bumble.
people.
Yeah, you can do
And
that.
you know what? When
Wow.
I lived in Washington D.C., because it's such like a fluid place, that Bumble, that's the first time I really downloaded a dating app, and people used it for friends. Like nobody really used it for dating when I was there because
You know,
it's like so many people randomly moving
Yeah.
that like they don't have
Yeah.
communities.
I tell you the
Interesting.
weirdest variation of a dating app I ever saw was Tinder came out with a group date feature, like back
Like
in the day.
polygamy?
No, it was like
Oh,
you
no.
linked
Go out
with
on a
you
group
linked
date.
with a couple of your friends, and then
Oh.
it linked you with another group of friends, like of females or of males, and you guys all got put
Oh,
into
weird.
a group chat.
Okay.
And you were supposed to try and figure out a group date that you guys could go to, and there was no like.
It's not like, oh, you
idealized
go with that
matches.
person, you
It
go
was
with
just
that
like,
person.
And I remember me and my friend did it because we thought it was so ridiculous and weird. We're like, this is going to be interesting. And we like no one was doing it. I think they did away with it. That's why, because no one was doing it.
I could almost get into that.
That
yeah,
could be
it's
cool.
it's probably safe.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you're like, oh,
Until you like go and meet up with all these people and it's like no one talks and it's all awkward.
well, if you're out,
Eesh.
there has to be a layer of like you chose to go, so
Yeah.
either like engage or don't go, right?
I
like,
watched a documentary about dating apps,
Mhm.
and they said one fact. It was a really interesting documentary, but there was one fact I thought was super interesting, which was if you do not meet up with the person within 3 days of matching, when you do meet them, you will have it's like been too long that you have made connections in your head and filled in too many blanks. So no matter what, they will let you down.
Whoa.
Because you have like
Interesting.
you have
You
filled in the
built it
blanks
up.
with like what you want them to be like.
Huh.
And so if you don't match up with them within like they said like the average
If
is
you're
3
like
days.
if you don't go on a date like tomorrow with this person, it's
He's
like
still an imaginary
you've already
friend.
built up like like oh
you've looked at their
know,
profile so many times and kind of like filled in the blanks of who they are
How
that when you meet
strange.
them they will automatically be like
not what you wanted.
yeah, not what you want. And I thought
That's interesting.
and I've kind of used that as a crutch to be like, been like 4 days.
Yeah.
Can't
So
do
are
it.
you? Are you
It's
like?
over.
Are you like? No, this is gonna like.
I
I guess where are you at with it? With the
I
whole
like
thing.
many girls go there for a confidence boost.
Great.
yeah.
Right? It's
That's
honest.
about-
Just- I
nothing's
mean,
changed.
just keeping it real.
Nothing has
Nothing's
changed.
Just
changed.
keep it
I was
real.
on
I have 4 profiles to just boost my confidence.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
This was a
That's
big
right.
trick for you
and
all
you know
to
what?
tell me
and
how
you'll
great
feel
I am.
great about the fact that I just said no to like 15 guys.
And
for
what
you.
I'll
yeah.
say,
So you're.
I would be I think my hard part is like it's hard for me to really be like, oh, I could meet someone off of this.
Sure.
Because we grew up in the age of like lying about where you met if you met on a dating app, and now that's becoming mainstream.
Yo,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
like now
interesting.
that's
Yeah, you're
becoming
right.
mainstream. It's still kind of hard for me to be like, oh yeah, we met on Hinge.
Well, I mean, think about like when you think about dating apps or online dating, the main thing I go to is like the show Catfish.
Yes.
1,000%. We grew up in the prime of Catfish.
Yes, absolutely.
Was that us?
Neve.
Was that us? Did we just catfish a bunch of guys?
Did we catfish a bunch of guys? I mean, no, because there was.
Are we catfish?
There was a real you on the other side.
Yeah,
of it.
like I could take the
Kind of.
profile
Right.
at
You
any
could,
point.
You could take the wheel. We're
Like,
just steering a
it's
bunch
me.
of cars for you.
Yep.
We're gonna get you.
Wow.
We're gonna get you in a relationship, buddy.
John, do you
say-
feel like a fraud?
Well, I told you my thoughts. I felt like it was a little weird, but then I thought, that's kind of the nature. You're not
Sure.
you're not on these apps to go like every profile you come across, be like, oh my gosh, this could be my wife. Like that's not the vibe.
And
It
you know
isn't.
what? You really do see the same people. Like I did this thing where I was like, which most people do with dating apps, is you delete them, and then like 3 months later, you're
Hop
kind of
back
lonely,
on.
put them back on, and you see the same people. And a
Well,
lot of
that's
times
like
you match with the same people.
We kept all of us have, I'm guessing.
Seems that
it's
we
all the
matched
same
with
people.
similar people.
Yeah.
It's like, how many people are on this app that it's like all the
Well,
same?
and when you say, oh, my location is, like I said, like, oh, Santee or Point Loma or even
So
San
you can
Diego.
do a mile radius.
I don't know.
So
However,
don't
the
know.
algorithm
Yeah.
does it.
I'll tell you what, though. After watching The Tinder Swindler on Netflix, which, by the way,
We all have
great
to watch,
documentary.
right?
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
I
what's
won't
it about?
spoil it, but essentially the premise is that it's about Tinder, and there is this guy who is pretending he's not a catfish because the photos are actually him, but he's pretending to be like a rich son of a diamond king.
Oh.
And
Okay.
Automatically,
anyways.
whoever
Flag.
fell for that.
So, but then what happens is that he turns out he has he's like has women in all these different countries, and he's being like, oh well, the diamond industry is sketchy,
shoot.
and he's like, my enemies are after me, making like action. So then he'll use his own money to like fly these women out to like Italy or Prague or whatever, like wine and dine them essentially, and then like be like, oh, my enemies are nearby, you have to go home, it's not safe, send them back, and then go like, I had to cancel my cards, I need you to send me money. And so they go like, well,
Yeah.
he's rich, like see all these photos, and he just flew me out and like bought, like we stayed at a
Like, of
5-star
course I'm
hotel,
gonna
like he's gonna pay me
compensate
back,
him.
right? Well, he has this chain of like women, a string of women, and he uses the last woman's money to woo the next woman, and then then eventually her money to woo the next like woman.
But then, like, at what
Wow.
point
It's
does
like this-
that even make money?
Well, and
hurts my
then
head.
then there's
Here
like,
for a good time, not a long time, though,
Yeah.
right?
there's
Like,
but there's
just
no
get
there's
the
no
next bag.
like it's hard to legally go after him because they're willingly giving him the
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like he's like stealing it from them. So
that's
that,
what's
like,
so
the
effed
legal
about those
action
things. Yeah.
is so difficult.
It's like non-existent.
By the way, watch the documentary. I was on the this is what I love about Netflix documentaries. They're all made so well now. Like if you had told
Yeah.
the story, like the way I told it was probably really boring, but like the
lame.
way they cut these documentaries is I was like hooked
Yeah.
because of the music and like the way that they like edited it all together. It was
Yes.
so good. So you should watch it because I think it's a real telling angle about where our society is going with dating apps,
Dang.
where like emotional relationships are something you need to look out for because it's not just like
One,
you
it's that
know-
extra level too of like deception on the internet of like, oh, just send me this money.
it's
like,
a new type of catfish.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
somebody who it's not
It's
some
the
old
same as
man
the,
behind a
like-
computer in Oklahoma who's pretending to be
Yeah.
right.
this beach ready.
There's an extra
bachelor,
layer
right?
of plausible deniability because they were there with the cute guy and wow, he's really real and I really did go to Macau or
Well, and
whatever.
and
Like
you would Google him, and he had
Macau.
Relax.
created all of
world
these,
traveler.
He had created this internet presence that made him seem legit. Like he had these articles
Google
made that
him and-
showed him as the son of this like diamond.
Dang.
It was just really cool, and it was kind of scary because you're thinking like, oh, before, like we said, we were worried about people pretending to be somebody that they're not, like physically. Like you go to meet up with them on this catfish show and they're
Yeah.
like completely different
Yeah.
looking. But now we're worried not only about that.
Are
but,
they
like,
who they say
they
they
look
are?
who they are, but
Yep.
are they like
Are they what they are?
it is
Well, 'cause
crazy.
there's things like that, right? Where like a lot of guys, you'll have your occupation in the amount where it's like analyst or software engineer or engineer, and I go
Entrepreneur.
What are you engineering?
Entrepreneur.
How are you?
Yeah.
How many engineers does San Diego need? And
Well,
what do you
actually
actually
a
do?
lot. actually.
But the reality is like how many of these 24-year-olds
are on Hinge.
Are like I just the odds
if I could
don't
give you a
seem
number,
in their favor.
100,000
Yes.
of them.
Probably, yeah.
All of
probably.
them. Actually.
Okay, well,
all of the 24-year-olds.
Well, look.
to change the subject.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I
go
had
ahead.
a better
Something else
transition
that
than that.
everyone's watching.
Go ahead.
Okay.
The Olympics.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Bum, bum, bum.
You can't play that?
Dong dong.
No, it's better if he
No,
does
is
it
that
that way. Yeah, it's better that way.
Wait, no. What's
Yeah,
the? I
Yeah,
can't
there
play
you go.
that.
Go ahead and try.
Wow.
Go ahead and try.
I will say, I've only.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think we gave it our best shot.
Yeah, I think that's good.
All I have to say
It's
about
like
the
that kind of thing.
Olympics is Nathan Chen's long program,
watched
men's
ice
free
skating?
skate. How dare you?
Ice skating is the only thing.
Oh,
you
jackass
Yes.
is not cool, but ice skating is. That's what you're gonna tell me?
Because the ice skaters aren't getting like hit in the nuts the whole time.
And that's
I
why
mean-
it's boring.
Gosh.
Nice.
Anyways,
We just got canceled on ice skating.
Okay, go ahead. Nathan Chen, he's so
Got him.
majestic on ice. Let's hear
yes,
it.
you have to watch it. I made
Hey.
Ryan watch it today.
Hey, you know who's majestic? Shaun White.
Hey, now that I can get behind.
Now
You
see
know what,
that, dude?
Shaun
Last
White.
Olympics.
You know he's
Go
from
ahead.
San Diego.
He
is.
is.
He is. He's from San
He
Diego,
is.
and so is Tony Hawk. So I'm kind of convinced that if I want to have a child who will be in the X Games,
Skater boy.
Oh.
I have to have them in Del Mar, Encinitas area.
Yes.
That is the
Yeah,
area in which they
Carlsbad.
grew
I'll
up.
tell you what.
Yep.
I have known about Shaun White my whole life. Like, he was just the guy, right?
Yes.
He started the Olympics
The
in
goat.
2006.
The
and
redheaded guy.
That's when he won his first gold. He won
Drinking
gold
Mountain
every
Dews,
time
baby.
except for in 2016 he got fourth, which, like, that's still really good. And then he got fourth this last time.
He got sixth.
No, he got fourth this time.
I thought I got sixth.
I'm pretty sure he got fourth.
He actually got first because he's a gold medal winner.
Yeah, anyways,
Wow.
Oh my
the
God.
guy has like revolutionized the sport, by the
Yes,
way. He's done a
100%.
lot of really cool things and created elements of the sport. He's really expanded it. But I saw a video, which is really sad, of him when he came off of his last run and he like knew that he didn't win because he wiped out his last run. And he was already in fifth. He was already in fourth at the time. And he had this like breakdown. I mean, of course, it was in front of media, which
Yep.
kind of ruined
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
But he had like this. He like fell to his knees and he was just like emotional and everyone
Last
everyone
time.
was silent.
Yeah.
Everyone was
Pretty
like,
sad.
wow. And then he got up and he's like, I'm okay. I'm okay. And he's like, thanks so much. And I was like, I got emotional because I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? This guy has dedicated his life to excellence at the highest degree.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like a normal dude, you know, like he just,
Really,
Yeah.
like for him, he just is like, this is his life.
You know, in
Crazy.
Cars, right? In the movie Cars, when Doc Hudson, right, he goes to race in the Piston Cup, you know, and then
Yeah.
he crashes, and then Lightning McQueen goes back to like help him.
You're really
But it's like,
comparing this
listen to me.
Cars.
No, I mean he is
Oh
I'm in.
Doc
I'm in.
my
Hudson.
God.
You know what I'm talking about? In that
Yeah.
that last moment. Doc Hudson, right? He's the GOAT. He's the greatest racer
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
But you know, you get old,
Okay, Shaun
What's-
White didn't.
crash.
No,
I mean, he's got a lot
this
of
was
logic
his
there.
last time.
I know.
But
And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
he didn't
But
win.
what's crazy
And look,
is
and you know
but
who
the
had to
guy-
help him across
but
the finish
Doc,
line?
in Cars.
Two gold.
He didn't think that was going to be his last time.
Or not
Shaun
Doc
White
Hudson.
knew
What's
this
his
is
name?
last
No,
time. Whatever.
not Doc
I don't
Hudson.
know.
The blue
He's
guy.
The police
Yeah, yeah,
sheriff.
Yeah.
No, the
But-
blue guy, yeah.
But the thing that's crazy is, and I'm sure that Michael Phelps probably had a similar situation where the other people competing against him or with him on this, like on the U.S. team, were people that grew up watching him.
Yeah.
Like that's the crazy
they're
thing
all like
about the
19-year-olds.
Olympics.
I'm like, oh my
Crazy.
god.
And like
He's
the
like,
fact
"This is
that
my
he's still
fifth
doing
Olympics."
it.
Yeah.
That's like Kelly Slater with surfing.
Yes.
There's people in the water in the same
Amazing.
heat as him who are like, I grew up.
Yeah,
like,
like 40 years younger.
yeah,
He-
like
and he
I don't know.
and he beat everyone out.
Not 40.
What do you
And
think
he was
about?
picking one
yeah.
pipeline.
And he,
What do
he
you,
won
Legacy
nine.
over the Young Guns? Or
Well,
what?
I think, what do you think about like the idea that maybe he could have not done this Olympics and left on like a gold medal versus doing this
Here's
Olympics?
what I think. I
and-
think
and
the
kinda getting
Olympics,
fourth.
the Olympics structure is kind of stupid because it's like that. Like it's like if you miss your one run. It's
Yeah.
like you got to train for another 4 years,
Yep.
and like maybe you get the funding, and maybe you get to try one more Olympics. And by then, like if you're not the greatest of all time, if you're not Michael
And you're getting
Phelps,
older.
you're
It's
too
about
old.
timing. You're
It's
saying.
the
Yeah.
time. Like you have to hit it dead on. Like it's got to be your
Yeah.
year.
Well,
Chloe Kim killed it. This was her year. She absolutely
I
killed.
liked
She's the
how-
women's half pipe snowboard.
Yeah.
She got the gold. This was her
Yeah.
year. Maybe she'll do it again next year or in 4 years.
That's what was so sad about the 2020 Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Is there are people who they had trained their whole lives
Oh,
for
yeah.
Their
that
whole lives.
Olympics, and then especially like gymnast, right? Like
Yeah.
gymnast is like
Yes.
such a
Yes.
vital
Oof.
age
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
how flexible you are and all this stuff, and
You can
how
get
light
hurt
you
so
are.
easily, so it
Yeah.
has to be the right time.
And so like
Mhm.
to think that you train all this time, this is your Olympics, and then they're like, JK, we're gonna hold off.
Yep.
Yep.
Like
pause.
And,
Yep.
and then
Psych.
it's like in 2 years, you might not be that same
Yeah.
amount of flexible. You could do all your training
Exactly.
and you have just missed your window.
You could
So-
freaking
so in that
tear your
regard, I
ACL
think
and
it's
then not be able
dumb.
to do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
In that regard, I think the Olympics are stupid.
I liked how Shaun White came for like his he like this is my last one, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In the same regard as how Chloe Kim, she already knew that she won gold.
Yep.
But her last pass, the commentators were saying that she could have just done all of her easy like tricks
No,
and just
finish
been
strong.
impressive.
Kill it.
But she went for the 1280,
Yep.
which has never been done on women's half pipe, and she freaking ate it.
Yeah. But she went for it.
But she went for
Because
it.
she's like, I'm
Yeah.
the greatest.
Yeah.
Might as well go push it a little further.
Yeah. I think
Do you know?
I think there's honor in it.
Absolutely.
Do we know what?
This is a cool fact I learned about recently. There are 5 Olympic competitors that have more than 8 gold medals.
Whoa.
Do you have them memorized?
There are 4 of them that I don't know,
Michael Phelps.
and they each have 9. Michael Phelps
Yep.
has 22
Yeah,
gold
no,
medals.
But
he
but
swims
that's-
in multiple events.
But that's the thing
Oh,
where I feel
that's
like it's
true.
unfair.
What? Okay.
'Cause you
have you
can
seen,
get-
dude?
I have.
you seen Jelly
I've
Green Giant?
actually,
I'm gonna pull a
Dude's
picture.
beast.
I'll
Yeah,
pull a picture.
please
I've
pull up
actually
a
had
picture.
friends who they went to ASU and they lifeguarded the pool that he would come and teach at. And
Rob,
coach
you
at.
gotta see this
Look at
photo
this dude.
of his medals.
He
Oh
lo-
my
but
god!
that's where I feel like it's kind of unfair in the sense that
Look at this
No,
guy.
that is an apex predator, and he could probably consume me right now. Like,
not
there's
only-
no.
he also named his kid
Yikes.
Boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Go ahead
all
and just
those
show your
medals.
just go ahead
Look
and show
at
your
how
phone
toned
to
he is.
camera.
It's so stupid.
Show your
Oh, it's
phone
not
to the
working.
How's that?
camera.
No, I just don't feel like switching it.
What?
You can
Okay,
see it
come
from
on.
there.
Yeah,
switch
you can
it.
see it here.
Psycho.
Switch it. Come on.
What on
No,
earth?
You can
It
see him
looks
perfectly
good.
fine.
This.
You
Look.
can see him.
Oh my
No,
god! You
you
know
can-
what?
you
Is
can
that
see
a
him.
is
Is
that
it
a
because he's in a
production
Speedo?
revolt?
Is
Yeah.
that why? Is it because
Yeah.
he's in a speedo? Why? Is that why?
No.
We're trying not to get
Okay,
canceled.
can you do your job, please?
But I feel like it's a little unfair
What
because
the heck?
the same amount of training you
this.
can do multiple.
predator.
Oh my gosh, you can do multiple.
well,
No,
so
he's
can
psycho.
snowboarders and skiers. And
yeah, but I
the
feel
downhill schwa, the jump.
Michael Phillips
No, I
is
feel like
a
also
different.
half pipe.
snowboarders and skiers have their own specific events because they're all hard.
Okay,
Right,
so
and like-
so
but
you're
like-
saying that swimming is not as hard as snowboarding.
Oh
is what you're
gosh,
saying.
no, not even
So,
close. And
yeah.
and look and
She's about to say that.
and track and field. Think about all the track and field people. They do multiple things. They do the 100
But the-
yard. They do the
But that's all in
meter.
the
But I
same
feel like
like
it's a lot
context.
faster to.
So there you go. Same as swimming. Same
No.
as
I'm sorry,
skiing.
Cara. I'm.
No.
It's not like somebody's going from shot put to swimming and getting Olympic gold medals. Like nobody's doing
They
that.
should. I
I'm
want to see that
thinking-
person.
I'm thinking
Snowboarding
of
is like a fun thing that people
Divers.
don't swim.
a
Divers do
freestyle skiing,
Mhm.
going down, going a big ramp,
And
doing
cross
one
country
trick,
skiing.
and alpine skiing are not the same thing.
Yeah, well, it's all skiing.
But those
Okay,
are
okay,
so
listen-
different.
listen to me.
Swimming is
Listen to me.
swimming.
See, that's where you're
Okay,
wrong. That's where you're wrong.
100% wrong. on
Okay,
that.
well,
You're
yeah,
talking
the different
multiple
strokes
strokes
are totally
of-
different.
yes,
There's
Thank you.
strokes. There's different distances. There's different there's speed ones. There's freaking partner ones. Like it's all
freaking partner.
it's all
ones.
different.
As a
Whatever.
side note,
oh
you
oh
could-
really?
you could
Olympic
lump-
Cara
swimming.
Olympic Tafolla here with the
That's right.
go ahead.
Oh yeah.
By the way, you could also lump like anything that has to do with snow, skiing, snowboarding, just like you could lump
Making a sandwich.
swimming and diving and water polo. Like all those can be
Watering
lumped
your
into,
lawn,
You know what I'm
cutting
saying?
the grass. It's all the same
I
thing,
think there's
right?
just more of a space of difficulty between the different
I
events of
disagree.
Yeah, I
snowboarding
disagree
and
with that,
skiing
too.
Fully
than
disagree.
swimming.
We'll
I
see. Hey, in
will-
2 years, we'll watch the Summer Olympics and we'll discuss
I will say that. Yeah.
What about swimming and diving? Those are all those are completely
Those are two different things.
But I feel
Not
like
swim.
But skiing and snowboarding are.
But he
completely
doesn't
different
do
too.
different things. What's your
all I
point?
think is
You're
that
saying that he
has-
does do all the
he
different
has
things to
kind
get
of-
the medals.
Michael Phillips
Yeah,
only swims.
he does.
Yeah.
We're talking
Well,
about nothing right
let's
now.
be
Do you
real,
realize
let's
we're
be
just
real.
we are
Michael
arguing
Phelps,
about
his
things
time
that
is over.
Yes.
His
It's
time
been
is done.
over.
And if you come out of retirement one more time, Michael, we're gonna have a talk. Just
listen,
like
listen.
the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Who's
that guy who's-
transition?
Who's the guy who retired again?
Tom Brady?
Yeah, Tom Brady.
Brady.
Stop retiring. Just retire
He
and
just-
be done.
It was just the one time,
think
right?
this is
I don't
it.
think
this
he's
is-
ever tried to retire.
Who is the person who's retired? No, there's someone who's retired like
Well, it's not
multiple
Tom
times.
Brady. That
It's
Well,
me. And
Tom
I'm
Brady,
coming
you
out
get
of
one
retirement
time.
to play in this year's Super Bowl.
I don't know.
Let's cast our bets. Who do we think is winning the Super Bowl? Is it the
The underdog or
Is
is
the
it the underdog or the
I think
the
it's
non-underdog?
I'm gonna say the
Rams.
Rams.
You think it's the
Yeah.
Bengals? Really?
Oh, you're going
Oh.
underdog.
He's all about the Romeo and Juliet
and
story.
here's why. I watched the last Bengals game. I don't. It was against. Remind me. I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Their quarterback. I don't know anything about football for the record, but their
Same.
quarterback was super agile. Like that guy avoided so many, and he's young, and he's like.
I want to
he's-
say their
Like a Bengal.
Yeah, like a
their
Bengal,
quarterback
tiger.
is
Like
the
a
one who.
tiger.
Wait, hold on.
Why do I want to say their quarterback is the one who did say he was retiring and then got another chance?
It doesn't
Yes,
matter about the
someone was
retiring
that-
thing. I'm done it with it. But
Mm-hmm.
what else?
Oh, there's
I
a
think
lot of
it was that
animosity on
guy.
this podcast. Yeah, there's someone from that
On the
football.
Bengals.
Yeah, that whole.
hanger
They're like, I'm retiring,
set
and then
in.
next year.
And then he
I'm
got a
retiring,
chance.
and
He
then
got a
next-
chance of this time, and he's like, "I finally did it. I'm in the Super Bowl
Here's the
after
thing.
retiring
Here's the
for
thing.
5 times."
Maybe it's
4
Peyton
theater
Manning, too.
kids hanging out.
talking
talking
about
about sports.
But
Okay, John says
Brett
Bengals.
Favre-
Annie
Brett
says
Favre is the one that retired twice. I just Googled it and it popped right up. Boom.
Okay, well, Brett, you're done. You get your 2 and you're done.
John says Bengals. Annie says
I say Rams.
Rams.
Same.
Kara says Rams.
yeah,
I guess I'm going Team Bengals.
I feel like there's
Fine,
been a
boy
real
was
divide.
spoiled.
Doo-doo-doo,
The
boys
couch
and girls.
versus the chairs today.
Boys,
Now, who do you think if we did
Okay.
a mini Olympics, the 4 of us, with just
Oh, wow,
different
this is kinda
competition?
What would be your
who do you think would win the gold?
wait.
Um,
We had to
it
choose
depends
can
on
we
what we're talking
choose
about.
our-
I think me.
Okay.
I think me across the board.
In
Yeah.
the,
Across
con-
the board.
in the
Anything-
confidence
Anything?
competing?
Me.
Yes, okay. Let's
I mean,
say
Can we pick a
let's,
sport?
Let's back it up
Yeah,
and
let's
say
pick a sport.
Swimming is
what
so
is
easy.
your
I'm gonna say figure skating.
swimming's easy.
I'm gonna say
Figure
figure skating
I
Would
think
be your sport?
for
I-
winter
I'm gonna
sports.
say mine is gonna have to be the luge, right? You just lay there.
No, you
I'm
have to.
gonna say-
I bet
Hey
everyone
John,
who
can we do
actually
partner
does,
luge?
Yeah. No, I'm in 100%.
I would pay money to see
That would be so good.
I wonder what kind of training goes into that.
Laying
Losing,
down.
Losing weight. I don't know.
Gosh.
Probably.
Curling.
I'm
I'd probably win
trying.
in curling.
Okay, I saw that you could take
Oh.
a curling class. I
Ryan
think
and I
we would
would
make
win
a
in
great
curling.
curling team.
Isn't curling like a cruise thing? Like you go on a cruise and you see people
That's
curling?
shuffleboard.
It's super
Shuffleboard.
easy, huh?
But it's kind of like that.
Shuffleboard.
Kinda
That's
like
like
shuffleboard.
shuffleboard is dry curling, right? Summer curling.
All right. Well,
Sure. I hate that. I hate that
we
so
are
much.
we are running out of time.
Shuffleboard
So
is
good.
dry
That
curling.
is so good.
God.
Shuffleboard is
On
dry
that
curling.
note-
Well, look, hey, what we do here at What the Podcast, it's not free, obviously. So if you like what we're doing and you want to
If you wanna support our
contribute, if you want to
Hinges.
support us, pop on down to the bio. We've got some affiliate links down there.
Yeah, we do.
And you can basically buy all of the stuff that we have. We got cameras, we got microphones, we got keyboards, we got TVs.
right.
Everything you see in this room, John has meticulously itemized and put in the bio, and you can buy it all on Amazon right now. And a little bit of that, portion of that, gets kicked back to us.
Should we end with the pod deck?
Oh, cheeky little pod deck.
Cheeky.
We also have a pod deck, affiliate link as well in the bio. Use WTP when you check out at poddecks.com, and
It'd be a great
portion goes to
Valentine's
us.
Day gift because
It is good.
It is good. It's like conversation starters. They have different like what's it
Prompts.
called? Yeah, prompts. But they also have the different decks have different like emphasis.
Yeah,
Yep.
here it's always a fun thing to sit down with
What deck is
friends
this
and
one?
ask a good question.
This is the Would You Rather deck.
Oh, would you
Ooh.
rather?
This is a quick answer.
Okay.
Kara's
Feeling pressure
like,
from the
we're-
producer here.
We're trying to
Yeah,
stop.
she's really pushing this show along here.
What? Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I have
Yes.
two rapid fire
Oh
ones.
my gosh. Okay,
I have
rapid
two
fire.
rapid fire because they're both good. Would you rather have your head be too big for your body or hands that are too small for your size?
Oh, easy.
Too big of a head or too small hands?
Too big of a
Too
head.
small of hands. That's a
Hands.
hilarious bit. You
Yep.
can have forever.
Hands.
I go for big head.
Big head, me too.
God.
Okay, next.
I am feeling the divide as you now that you've brought it up.
We might have to talk
Would
about
you-
this.
Nah.
I don't know if I should say this one.
Yes,
Do
you do.
Would you rather see one of your parents having an affair or see your spouse having an affair?
Oh man.
Parents.
Both bad.
Your
both
significant
bad.
other or one of your parents?
Parents.
It would suck, but it would be less.
Yes.
It would be less
I think
awful than seeing your spouse.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's probably true.
I think spouse.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I think
You're
spouse-
psycho.
I think spouse because then it's like my
You can
problem
fix
to
it?
deal with.
Yeah.
Then to like sit down to my parent and be like, hey.
Then I can deal with it.
Like I can be like, oh no, they messed up instead
Annie.
of being like, hey, your loving significant other.
Annie, you also
parent.
don't have to say anything to your
Oh,
other
that's
parent.
I
true.
couldn't say anything.
That's
You know
right.
how
You
big my
don't have
mouth
to
is.
say
You think I
anything.
can keep that secret?
Actually,
I'm
your
just
mouth
saying.
is normal size. Your hands are small. though. We'll see you next week on
What the Podcast.
By the way, the Bengals are going to win. Also, Michael
Sean
Phillips
White.
is a beast, and Jackass
this
is
bit.
awesome. Thank you.
I hate
Jeez.
that.
so blown out.
Goodbye.